One of the most affecting indie puzzle experiences I've had to date was Playdead Studios' Limbo from 2010, a shadowy game about a small boy trapped in a nightmarish realm after death. Now Playdead brings us a new offering, a kind of spiritual successor with Inside.
This is such a stunning game to look at, Hex. The art design, the detail, the way the camera frames the scene, I just love soaking it all in. And straight away you can see the callbacks to Limbo from the very moment you enter this game.
Yeah, there's a definite sense of déjà vu. Young boy dropped into a shadowy forest, no explanation, same eerie silence. Those references to Limbo instantly make you feel like you're in familiar territory, even if you have no idea of where you are or how you got there.
But as the world opens up, you quickly realise this is a very different place to Limbo, although still shockingly brutal. There are themes of some kind of oppressive force, sinister experimentation, and strange sci-fi concepts. Hex, I love the way they so quickly create an air of mystery.
Yeah, you immediately have so many questions about this world, although don't expect any of them to be answered. Playdead aren't in the habit of telling you anything about the controls, about the world, about any sense of meaning behind it all. You're just left to fend for yourself while you try and muddle together your own interpretation based on the disturbing images you're faced with.
Disturbing is right. I think at one point I pulled a slug out of a pig's butt and I thought, this isn't going to be your average run-of-the-mill puzzler.
Oh, that poor pig. Well, let's talk about the puzzles because I thought they were fantastic, but I have heard some say that they maybe weren't tricky enough.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I think sometimes you need to applaud puzzle design for being surprising and clever as opposed to just brain-meltingly hard. Because ultimately, that's what you're looking for, those moments of surprise. I love them, but I also think, yes, they probably could have taken it a little further.
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple of moments where I was stumped for maybe a few minutes. But Inside is so consistent with its design that you know it can't ever be because you've missed something silly or haven't done things in the right order. The solution will always make sense. You maybe just need to try things in a different way, and I love the way this game made me think.
Yeah, there's such a great sense of discovery in the puzzle solving, because like you say, you never taught the controls. So when I found myself in this submarine thing, it was just a case of trying new buttons to see what worked. And that was so wonderful. Plus the care that's gone into those reactive animations of the boy. And the movement of the creatures and other characters. It all feels perfect.
Yeah, and again, you instantly align yourself with this character because he is so young in a world that is terrifying and brutal. You're driven by a sense of not only wanting to solve the puzzles, but a desperate desire to somehow find freedom from this horrible place.
Definitely, and there are such terrors. The other humans, savage dogs, strange underwater drowners. Not to mention you're surrounded by this world of dark scientific experimentation. And that's a fate that you'd rather not face.
These were my favourite puzzles to solve, Barjo, where you have to find and gather your own little army of brainless citizens.
That first moment where you realise that you have that power was so alarming, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. But then once you make use of that technology yourself, it becomes eerily exciting. I was so intrigued by the story they were telling here. I was mesmerised by it. This is a game that made me feel wonderfully curious, sad, terrified, but most of all, profoundly uncomfortable.
Yes, and we better not say anything else or we enter spoiler territory, Hex. But what did you think overall?
I loved it. I mean, I've been telling all my friends to play it and then relishing in the discussions we have afterwards, just trying to understand what it all meant. Limbo was something that was really strange and new. And to me, this is such a natural and sophisticated evolution of those ideas set in an even more interesting and intriguing landscape. I'm giving it 5 out of 5.
I love this too, Hex, especially the clean, beautiful design of those puzzles. I do think some might be miffed by that ambiguous ending, but I still liked it. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars.